Hello everyone, and welcome to 1v1, where it's me against the game for one time only. Today we're doing a Snorlax challenge, where I play Pokémon Fire Red and just use a Snorlax. There's quite a few things that Snorlax has going for it, mainly its stats. You see, Snorlax has a lot of HP. As you can already see here, I have 32 health, while Squirtle has way less. With a base stat of 160, Snorlax is going to be quite the tank to deal with. On top of that, we also have 110 base attack and 110 base special defense, meaning we're going to be able to block most special hitters, which is going to come in useful later into the run. We also have the thick fat ability, so fire and ice types get their damage halved, so we are setting ourselves up for quite the run here, allowing us to take a lot of hits and deal a lot of damage. Now, the first of our challenges is the first rival fight after we fight him the first time. I decided to go for it. I've tried to level up as little as possible first. There's no real trainers you can go for. Pidgey here starts off with a sand attack, which is horrible for us because we're going to end up missing a lot of our attacks down the line. As you can see, Snorlax just missed there, and all in the meantime, Pidgey is just attacking with all it can do. You see me use a potion, but it's not going to do much. I go into the Squirtle, which is also level 9, with only 19 HP and 2 levels lower. Squirtle is going to take me down before I even get a single attack off here. It's really rough. I do get a critical hit, but as you can see, I just went down. I ended up trying this rifle battle one more time, but I lost again, so I opted out of doing this, as this is an optional battle, and I didn't want to over-level my problems too much, because otherwise where would the fun be in that? Instead, I went through Viridian Forest, battled all the trainers, which were not really that difficult, they're just bug types, and I go straight into Brock's gym, where we're going to go up against the first real hurdle of this solo challenge. As you can see right here, I have a Geodude to face off against, and I try and boost my own defense a little bit to see if I can make sure that I don't get hurt too much, because I only have Tackle to my advantage right here. As you can see, Geodude did the same defense skills, and I'm doing so very little damage, which would not be a problem because with my HP, I could probably outlast this Geodude. And Brock's Geodude and Onix as well. I speed up a little bit here to just see how slowly this goes. But if you're paying attention, you might see where the problem starts to lie. My Tackle PP isn't that big, 35. I used 20 on this Geodude just now, and it's a lower level than that of Brock. That means that as soon as we go into the Brock fight, we're going to have the PP problem. I am not sure if we can make it all the way through with that little amount of PP. Now, I go heal real quick and I go back to Brock. Now, as we step into the Brock fight, we see that Geodude is level 12, I'm level 11. I'm going to try and go for the same tactic as I went earlier, raising my own defense to make sure that Geodude gets as little damage off as possible, so I can just take him down as fast as I can. Then I start using Tackle, and I start to see that, oh boy, I might be in trouble here. I'm not getting enough damage down. I am not going to get past Onix. Geodude, of course, also used Defense Skill. My HP is going down as Geodude also used Tackle, but I only have a singular potion on my bag right now, so it's not going to be enough, I don't think. And as we finally manage to make it past the Geodude, you can see that I'm already down to like 14 power points for Tackle, and I'm not sure if it's going to be enough to actually take down the Onix, especially with only 14 HP left, even if I did just level up. Onix is level 14, and yeah, you can already see that my Tackle is not going to cut it unless I get like 10 crits. But Onix takes me down, and I figure I need to level up some more. And that is exactly what I do. A little bit later, and I come back at level 13. That's right, because level 13 we got something way better in our arsenal. As you can see, Snorlax learns Belly Drum. Now, Belly Drum cuts your HP in half, but it maximizes your attack way up there. Because we have such a large pool of HP, I feel very comfortable with using Belly Drum as soon as my defense is way up, so I can't get damaged much further. Here goes the Belly Drum, maximize the attack, and let's see how much damage it actually does. That's pretty interesting, seeing how Geodude used so many different defense skills already. As we go on to the Onix, you'll see that things get a little bit better. We do take a critical hit. I bought some potions. I try not to use too much in these battles, because otherwise you could just, you know, out-heal my problems. I still have the PP issue. But Geodude goes down fairly quickly after that Belly Drum. And then at Onix, you'll see just how good Belly Drum actually is. And it's going to be a strategy moving forward until the end of the game, most likely. One tackle does about 25% of damage to Onix. That is insane. And Onix is like 2 levels higher than Geodude as well. We take down the Onix, and that is the battle. One of the biggest hurdles is already overcome, but there are some pretty tough battles ahead near the end. Things are going to go a lot faster from here on out. So, the next thing on our agenda is to get to Cerulean City, and let me just save you a lot of time by saying there's nothing interesting that happens in Mount Moon or the way there entirely. There's a couple of trainers, and I face off against most of them right now, trying to prepare for the battle that's ahead, because we do have Misty coming up with our Water-type Pokemon, and we have the second rival battle, both of which are mandatory to do. At this point, I'm not doing like a minimum battles run, but it is important to say that I feel like I overleveled in this part. Later on in the game, I'll try to avoid as many trainers as I can to not just simply out-level all my troubles, but all these trainers here are getting fought. Now, skipping over to Cerulean City, I just finished fighting the trainer before Misty. You see me save here, I don't even go and heal, but you'll also notice that because I fought pretty much every trainer, I am level 20 right now. And Staryu is level 18, so it doesn't feel like it's too unfair. We're going to use the same tactic where I use Belly Drum, and then just use Headbutt, which is a much more powerful version, twice as powerful as Tackle, and a little bit more accurate. So I take the hit from Starmie's Water Pulse. I'm level 21 and I level up. I decide not to learn Yang. You see me hesitate there for a second because I'm not sure what I want, but I'm going in for an all-offensive power. The Cascade Back is an easy get from Misty. I was even a little cocky there. Like you said, like I showed you, I didn't even heal. Right now I do go and heal real quick because we have the rival battle in front of us, which might go a little worse because remember, he does have Pidgey or Pidgeotto at this point, which can use Sand Attack and really throw a wrench in my plans. I opt to go for the same tactic, Belly Drum, and just Headbutt. Take down the Pidgeotto before it can get off a Sand Attack. It goes down easily, and the rest of his Pokemon will follow. Snorlax at this point still outspeeds Rattata, even though it could go for Quick Attack, so a Headbutt to all of his Pokemon is easy. Abra doesn't even know any attacking moves, so there it goes. Easy second rival battle, even if I did lose the first one. Now, Nugget Bridge didn't really have anything for us that is interesting to show. We do go to Bill, we get the SS hand ticket, we grab Dig from the Team Rocket member, and that is where things get a little interesting. We go to Route 6. Now, this is a solo challenge. That means I don't use any other Pokemon in battle. However, I can use other Pokemon for HMs or something if I need it. So, here's what I do. I opt to catch Meowth. Meowth are on Route 6, and those Meowth know Pickup as their ability. Now, they can pick up a wide range of things, going from rare candies to TM10, which is Hidden Power, which could be useful later on. Hidden Power is a move that changes on type and power depending on your Pokemon. Now, I don't know the Hidden Power of my Pokemon. I will later on, because it is going to be a very useful move for one of the battles that is ahead of us. But yeah, I pick up 5 Meowth, and make sure that they all have pickup. After every battle, I check them to make sure they have something for me. Who knows how much they can actually give me, but it is good to have them around. I don't use them in battle though, so it's still a solo challenge. The only other Pokemon I catch in this entire run. Next up is the third rival battle, which is going to be, as you guess it, easy. I still fought every trainer I could on the SSN, and I'm starting to feel a little over-leveled. As you can see, I'm level 30 already. This is kind of the moment where I decide, like, okay, maybe I should just cut down on fighting all the trainers. Even if Snorlax levels up a little bit slower. Belly Drum and Headbutt is my bread and butter right now. It takes down all of his Pokemon without a single problem. As you can see, Disable even misses, so I can just keep on moving. Snorlax grows to level 31, and Wartortle, even with a higher defense, is no match for a belly drummed up Snorlax. We get cut and we move over to Lieutenant Surge. Now, Lieutenant Surge is, well, just as easy as the rival battle and as Misty. It's the same thing as ever. Strategy is just really easy in this point in the game. Belly Drum, Headbutt. Belly Drum, Headbutt. Now, it's safe to say I don't use Belly Drum for regular trainer battles. A regular old Headbutt is more than enough for most of these trainers to just go down. Double Team is a little bit of a problem. Paralyzation is a problem. But beforehand, as you saw, I equipped a Cherry Berry. That clears my paralysis. I do get statics, but I can just go to the Pokemon Center to deal with that. Nothing much interesting happens after this point. We just go through Rock Tunnel, grab some items, and then it's on to Celadon City, where I choose to go straight to Erica. I try to avoid as many battles as possible, as usual, but let's just see how that fight goes, shall we? Now, you'll see me be level 36 at this fight. There are a few mandatory trainers through Rock Tunnel, through all the routes to get to Celadon City. Picture Bell's level 29, I'm level 35. I try not to go for Belly Drum immediately to not make things too easy. I get off a Body Slam because a move Snorlax learns is a little bit more powerful than Headbutt and has a chance to paralyze. That makes things even easier. Tangela has a little bit more defense, even level 24. A Headbutt is not enough to take it down, but we do get it through it eventually because it used Ingrain. We go to level 36, Vileplume comes out, I go for Body Slam. We get paralyzed, but that's no problem. I don't even opt to heal into it, I just take it as it is. And we defeat Erica. Nothing bad happened at all, so we can now win reliably without Belly Drum. That doesn't mean I'm getting rid of it, but that does mean it is very useful. We're at a good level. Now, next up is Rocket Hideout, and we face off against Giovanni for the very first time. Let's see how that goes. Giovanni uses Rock and Ground type Pokemon, starting off with Onix. We're at level 38, I tried to skip as many trainers as I could, didn't even restore my PP before this battle. I do go for Belly Drum first, because I know this might be tough, but Belly Drum, Body Slam, it's just really good. We take down, I think, most of his Pokemon in just one hit. Giovanni is laughably easy. He's even weaker than Erica was. So, we miss a couple of times, but Body Slam pulls through. The large HP pool of Snorlax proves to be very useful. We can take a lot of hits, even if they're not specialists. We grab the Sylph Cove, and it's off to a new area for the Pokemon Tower, where we use a little bit of a different tactic. You see, Pokemon Tower is full of Ghost-type moves, and we only have Normal-type moves, so we can't attack anything in there. And there are a few mandatory trainers we have to get past, and this is where Hidden Power comes into play. Because Hidden Power is going to be a type other than Normal, hopefully. So I teach my Snorlax Hidden Power, and I use the next rival battle to try and figure out what kind of a Hidden Power I have. Now, after some battling, I find out that I have Hidden Power Bug, because it is super effective against the Execute that our rival has. The rival battle itself, by the way, wasn't really all that interesting. It's just more of the same. Once I figure out what moves I have, I just go for Body Slam. I'm level 39 right now. I still try to avoid as many trainers as I can. Growlithe here is a little bit of a tough customer because it cuts my attack in half with Intimidate. I know I can reliably go for Body Slam and Execute right now. Kadabra is no problem with Body Slam. And finally, Wartortle. Well, you see me go for Hidden Power to just confirm. I wasn't sure back then yet if it was like flying or something. But yeah, it's a Bug-type move. And Bug-type, while not very effective on Ghastly because Ghastly are part Poison-type, it will get me through the Pokemon Tower. Which is my most concern. I accidentally go into a trainer here, but here you can see Ghastly comes out and I use Hidden Power. It is not very effective, but it hits them, and that's all we need. use Curse, it goes down. Later on, we're going to have something more for Ghost-type Pokemon because we need to face off against Agatha. But before Agatha, there's Koga, Poison-type gym leader in Fuchsia. I tried to make sure that we aren't too overleveled. I skipped a lot of trainers. We're level 43 here. I go for Body Slam, see how much damage he does. Coffin is very defensively high-powered, and Wheezing later on will be a little bit of a trouble too, but we take it down without taking damage. We go for Muck. Muck I know isn't all that strong, so I go for Belly Drum here to have less trouble with the Wheezing later on. Muck uses Minimize, it dodges some attacks, but as soon as we get even one hit off, Snorlax takes the W. Coffin isn't going to prove any problems anymore, and I don't expect the Wheezing. Body Slam. There we go. We're only one level higher than the ace of a gym leader right now. This is where things get interesting. We go into the Safari Zone, and we pick up the Gold Teeth for the Warden, and we pick up Surf. The Gold Teeth will lead to HMO4 Strength, which is an 80 base power normal type move that I'm going to teach to Snorlax because it gets Stab, same type attack bonus. And Surf is going to be the move that we use not only to get around, but also to deal with any future ghost types. Because water types do hit ghost types after all. Next up is Sylph Company, where we only need to do like 2 battles because it actually is really fast. And the second Giovanni battle is going to be easy peasy. You see me try and go for Surf to see how much damage it does. Nidorino is not a ground type quite yet, it's still a mono poison. But Surf does serviceable damage. Nidoqueen is a pod ground type. It'll take 3 hits, but I opt to go for Body Slam to see if I can take it down with that. It does not, it only has a sliver of health remaining. But it's paralyzed, so we outspeed and take it down. Kangaskhan is not going to be difficult. I don't go for Belly Drum. I even get a critical hit right there. Very clutch, Snorlax. Raion is going down to Surf ×4 weakness. No problem at all. After this, I do go into the fighting gym, which was fairly easy because at my level, I simply outsped everything in there. But let's go straight over to Sabrina, where I skipped all the trainers and fight her. Now, the Sabrina battle was fairly easy. I have 110 base special defense, and Sabrina's Pokemon have a low defense themselves, so while they go for Calm Mind to increase their attack and special defense, we just use Headbutt or Body Slam. Even Mr. Mime goes down in a single hit. We are a fairly high level at this point because Koga was a higher level, I believe, for some reason. Alakazam, 43. We're 5 levels higher as a single Pokemon. It is to be expected. Body Slam takes it down in one go. Sabrina was extremely easy. Next up is Cinnabar Island, where, spoiler alert, it's not getting much harder. After swimming through the ocean, going through Pokemon Mansion, I finally arrived to Blaine. I still try to do minimum trainers as much as I can right now to not be overleveled. We start off with Growlithe. We are 49, which is only a single level higher than we were earlier. Body Slam still takes care of it despite having gone through Intimidate. Ponyta, Surf, no problem. Even being faster than Ponyta was a little surprising because I thought that Snorlax would be that fast. Rapidash is faster however, and we do get paralyzed, but Bounce doesn't do a lot of damage. We have so much HP. 2 Surfs is all it needs to take down Rapidash, and we go into Arcanine. It intimidates us again, but Surf is still a special move in this game, so it doesn't matter. 2 hits is all it needs. It even gets Recoil, and down goes the Arcanine. Easy. Very easy. So easy, in fact, that I opt to go straight to Giovanni, skipping the Sevi Islands completely. And Giovanni is pretty easy. Because just like Blaine, his Pokemon are weak to Water-type moves as well. You see me just healing up or looking for a better item to heal up Snorlax with to prepare for this battle, using some fresh water. Drink up Snorlax, you need to stay hydrated. You see me save the game, 6 hours, 47 minutes in. This is a nice moment to say that I do play at like 2 times speed, just to make it go by a little faster. Now, into the battle. Rhyhorn versus Snorlax. I'm level 50, I didn't level up all that much. I used Surf, Rhyhorn is down. Nidoqueen, Ground Poison type. 2 hits should be just fine. We take an Earthquake, but our massive HP pool saves the day once again. We only take like 40 damage, maybe a little bit less than that. We go to level 51. Use Surf again. It's going to be a 2-hit KO, which is going to be the case for most of these Pokemon. Unless they use a potion. No problem, though. We have more than enough power points for Surf. And we can always rely on Body Slam and Belly Drum, which is something we haven't used for a little while now. Dugtrio is going to outspeed us. We take the Earthquake, but it's not powerful enough to take down Snorlax. A few more Surfs. I don't get why this last Rhyhorn is not a Rhydon, but that's not our problem. We have defeated every single gym with just a Snorlax. Now, the most difficult 6 battles are just up ahead. We have a rival battle, the Elite Four, and then the Champion. Now, let's go see how those battles went, because things are getting a little bit more difficult now. After Giovanni's battle, we go to Blue again for our final rival battle before the Champion, and we get a little glimpse of the team he's going to carry. Level 47 Pidgeot. We're getting closer and closer in our levels. Pidgeot used Feather Dance, lowering my attack, but I used Belly Drum, maxing it back out again, so that is pretty much a free kill. We did equip an Aurum Berry because I anticipated something like this. Use Surf and Rhyhorn, no problem. Growlithe comes and cuts our attack again, which sucks a little bit, but we have Surf, so that's just fine. Execute comes out, we go for Body Slam, no problem. Next Pokemon comes out after we level up, which is Alakazam, low defense, so we just go for it, Body Slam down, and now comes out the Blastoise. This is the reason why I chose Blastoise as my enemy, because if I wanted to use Surf as much as I could, then I could just make him choose Charmander. But having Blastoise opponents make sure that I can make use of Blastoise's high defense and make it just a little bit more challenging for myself. We also get the Arcanine, which splits our attack, so I can't just, barrel through. Victory Road is nothing, and we arrive at the Elite Four. We deposit all of our Meowth, we buy potions, use all of our rare candy that we've gathered up over the way, and we face off against Lorelei. Now, Lorelei is going to be fairly easy. We do have Thick Fat that helps us go up against Ice-type moves. We use Belly Drum, take a Surf, and just go for Body Slam. Lorelei is easy. We do outlevel by 10 levels right now because of those rare candy that are Meowth found for us. But it's going to come in handy for sure, especially in some of the later battles. Strength and Body Slam take care of Lorelei easy. There goes Slowbro. Still 2 Pokemon remaining. We outspeed the Lapras, go for Strength, critical hit, not sure if it mattered with Belly Drum on our side. And then comes out Jinx. Jinx doesn't have that high defenses. We take only half damage from Ice Punch. And down goes Lorelei. Easy first battle. But will it stay that easy? You'll just have to see because we face off against Bruno. Bruno is a fighting type Elite Four, and as you know, normal types don't do so well against fighting types. I start off the battle with going for Belly Drum because Onix doesn't have a fighting type move, so I make use of that fact by going for Belly Drum, healing up with only 10 full restores. I don't give myself any more than that. Take an Earthquake and go for Surf, knowing that it'll take out Onix without any problem. But here starts the trouble, because Hitmonchan comes out. We luckily outspeed and manage to take it down, but Hitmonlee is going to be a little bit faster, and it uses Brick Break. It takes off a big chunk of our HP, but Snorlax survives thanks to its massive HP pool. Machamp is up next, and Cross Chop could have taken us down, but we get a miss, very clutch, and Body Slam takes it down. Cross Chop would have taken us down, and I'll tell you right now that, we probably wouldn't have been able to survive even at full HP from a Cross Chop from Machamp, so that miss, very fortunate. Bruno goes down, but this is where the real horribleness starts. Agatha. I'll start off with showing off a failed run first, because there's some problems with Agatha. I can't hit her Pokemon unless it's with Surf. But Gengar can't hit me either, especially the first one, because it only knows Shadow Punch. The only other moves it knows are Toxic, Confuse Ray, and Minimize. Or Double Team rather. I try to go with Hidden Power first, but it's not going to be enough. It keeps double teaming, I keep missing. And Toxic takes down all my HP as well, so you see me using full restores. The problem here is, with so many minimizes, or double teams rather, Toxics and Confuse Rays, I couldn't get past the first Gengar because I keep hitting myself in confusion. Agatha full restores as well, and I just run out of PP for Hidden Power and Surf before I can take down the first Gengar. So what do? Well, for the first time in forever, I'm just going to rely on luck and hope that in a new run, because I did give up on this run, I hit every single Surf before I can do anything else. Which, as you can see, is exactly what happened. The first Gengar goes down, we are poisoned and half our HP is gone. We still have 8 full restores left, and we use it while we sit on Golbat. You see me thinking a lot here, just trying to see what goes where, and I end up going for Strength. Arbok comes out, it cuts our attack in half again. It goes for Screech, lowering our defense. Strength takes care of it, which is great, but there's still 2 Ghost types remaining. This Gengar knows a Poison type move, so it can actually go up against us. So, but it doesn't really go for Double Team all that much. We do get a very good critical hit. Gengar gets a Citrus Berry. We go for Surf again. I'm thinking it takes 2 more times. You do see me healing a couple of times because, well, Agatha does so too. It uses a full restore, and we definitely need to stay in the run. So a full restore goes to us as well. It uses Sludge Bomb. It does quite a lot of damage, as you can see. It gets in a miss there, which is great for us. We keep using Surf, it keeps using Sludge Bomb. We keep getting poisoned, so a lot of turns we're just spending in healing. That's why I didn't really want to take more than 10 full restores in with me. With the amount of money I had, I could have just easily out-healed everything. The Hunter uses Curse at the very end there, finally bringing us after Agatha. Oh man, that was an ordeal. I had quite a few failed runs there because of that first Gengar. It was the fight I was dreading the most. You see me heading over to Lance now, and we go into the final battle of the Elite Four, which is Lance, the Dragon Trainer with only a few dragons. Now, Lance wasn't as hard as you might think. While Dragon types are pretty interesting, Ghost types were harder for Snorlax, so we start off with the Belly Drum, maximizing our attack after we get the Intimidate. You see me doubting on whether or not I want to heal up. I decide to go against it, I think? Not sure why I'm lingering so much here. I go for a Body Slam, figuring that Gyarados doesn't deal that much damage anyway. We level up to level 64. Out comes the Aerodactyl. Ancient Power doesn't do as much either. We go for Body Slam. We managed to get it down in a singular hit. Now Dragonite comes out, and I figure, well, Dragonite is going to destroy me here. So we heal up, we use our Body Slam, and it goes down. There's only 2 Dragonair remaining, and I figure, well, these are going to be easy. 54, Strength is going to be enough thanks to Belly Drum, which has definitely been the MVP move of this run. The Dragonair go down, and Lance has been defeated. Now only 1 battle remains. The final battle against our rival. It's not as hard as you might imagine. His Pokemon are very strong. We're not too over leveled. We're level 64. Pidgeot is 59. It uses Featherlands just as before to cut our attack. We maximize it again, get an area ace, but we go for Strength, and it takes down Pidgeot in 1 hit. Alakazam comes out next. I don't imagine it doing much. It goes for Reflect, raising the defense of its team, which is pretty solid as a move. Executor follows. I go for Strength, opting that's going to be enough, but thanks to Reflect, it actually has HP left over. It goes for a full restore. I go for Strength again. I figure it will go for a full restore again, so I use a Body Slam, hoping that that will be enough, but it's not. It does get paralyzed, and with 2 full restores down, all it takes is a Strength. We level up to level 65, and there's 3 remaining. Rhydon goes down to Surf, no problem at all. Still a 1-hit KO. 2 Pokemon remain. Snorlax is doing great. Arcanine cuts our attack yet again, so we run out of Strength power points, so we go for Body Slam. Extreme Speed doesn't do that much, and here's why I go a little bit ballsy. I could have healed and guaranteed a victory, but I go for Body Slam anyway, and it's a critical hit. That's it. Snorlax is the champion of Pokémon Fire Red. We did it all on our own. There we go, Snorlax, a 1 Pokemon wonder. We managed to defeat it all the way through this game. It didn't take all that long in real time. The in-game time might reflect something a little bit different. It might show that it's like 7 hours or something. We have Oak talking to Blue here right now about how he's not that good. We did it, however. If this is a run that is interesting to you, if you would like to see more solo runs of different Pokemon or maybe even different games, then be sure to let me know down in the comments. Alright, I would like to thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you again here next time for more 1v1. But until then, bye bye!